Hi, lovely to have you here. Welcome to the Electro Revolution channel. My name is Michael and I'm a car and tech enthusiast. In this episode today, we're going to look at Xiaomi, the smartphone giant turned EV disruptor. EV disruptor, I hear you say. Yes, absolutely. With the Xiaomi SU7, the SU7 Ultra, and even the prototypes that they're racing in that Germany track, which is number one, both in production cars and in prototype cars now. Extremely fast car, extremely good racing car, a production car that you can buy for your normal four-door sedan driving on any road, legalized. So it's not a racing car, but it certainly races like a racing car. So in today's episode, what we're basically going to look at is the question, is this coming to Australia? I'm going to go through the developments and hopefully the answer will be yes as we go through it. So I hope you enjoy this episode. If you don't know about Xiaomi or you haven't heard of Xiaomi, you most probably have because of their phones, but not so much because of their cars, because currently the car is only on sale in China. And that's unfortunate because it's an amazing car. And you know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you'd know that I own two BYDs and the Seal Premium. It's actually one of my favorite cars. One of the best cars I've ever actually owned. But when you compare any car with a car like this, if you look at the images, they're absolutely fantastic in the design, in the aerodynamics, in the speed, and I'm sure if you look at other reviews of that particular vehicle, you'll find in the comfort and the drive experience, it's actually quite luxurious inside. So, what are we talking about here first? I'll give a brief history of Xiaomi. Xiaomi, it debuted its first electric vehicle, the SU7 sedan, and that was in March 2024. Now by mid-March of 2024, it amassed impressive order numbers, over 100,000 sold within 8 months. That's sold within 8 months. And the deliveries, they soared to over 180,000 by early this year, 2025. And by May of this year, it exceeded 258,000 units. The SU7 Ultra, and that's the high performance variant of this SU7 standard car, that also attracted strong demand, and that had tens of thousands of pre-orders straight away after its launch. So straight after the sedan debut, Xiaomi released the YU7, or the U7 as they call it, and that debuted as a direct competitor to the Tesla Model Y. Now it delivers a remarkable performance from 0 to 100 in around 3.2 seconds, and that has a claim of 835 kilometer range, which is lightning fast charging and a top speed of 250 kilometers per hour. So when the U7 launched in China, it saw an explosion of interest. For the reports I read, it cited hundreds of thousands of pre-orders within minutes and hours of the release of the sale of this vehicle. So let's talk about its global expansion plans. Is Australia next? Now, based on the success of the SU7 and the U7 SUV, it's expected in 2025 to have 350,000 EV deliveries and 10,000 international Mi Home stores within 5 years. That's their hope and that's their plan. So the company confirmed plans to start shipping overseas in 2027. Fantastic. This is great news for someone like me because, as I said, I love this car. So as there's no official word on which markets Xiaomi will release its vehicles, Australia is highly likely. Why? Because local buyers demand sub $60,000 EVs with high performance and smart features, and that's precisely the niche that Xiaomi seems to be targeting with their particular vehicles. Now, when I've read the news, several outlets are predicting that there could be a possible release in Australia by 2028, and that's based on global rollout timelines and dealer network ambitions that Xiaomi has released. So why does this all matter for Australia? Well, the Australian market is rapidly evolving. The Xiaomi entry could introduce fierce competition at aggressive pricing. They've also got ecosystem strength from their phones to their cars, and that can resonate quite well with the Australian consumer. And such competition like this in the Australian market could put pressure on companies like Tesla, like BYD, like MG, like other EV manufacturers here to actually make it more competitive in our market, and that affects prices and services and support, which is all better for the consumer. So what we're talking about here is affordability, competition, competing brands, and the potential impact on the market in Australia. Now, personally, I would love to own this car. To me, it's one of my dream cars, especially because it's so luxurious, it looks so good, and it's great to drive a sedan where you've got the power when you really need it. But anyway, what do you think of this? Would you buy this type of EV vehicle if it does come to Australia and it's under $60,000? Because just so you note, when I purchased the BYD Seal, I actually purchased it for $59,000. So it is something that is quite comparable in that sort of price range. So it is something that personally I would love to own. And actually, I should just summarize it quickly. Let's go through the summary. Number one, by mid-2025, by May of 2025, we saw 250,000 deliveries and orders. Number two, the YU7 SUV. That's a high performance luxury SUV and a direct rival of the Tesla Model Y, which also performed just as well. Number three, the global expansion. Overseas shipments expected in 2027 and approximately 10,000 international stores. And our outlook in Australia, likely targeted and a possible launch by 2028. And lastly, more EVs, more options, better pricing, smarter integration in Australia. So, what do you think? Now, I know this is unlike other episodes I've made, but I thought I'd mix it up a little bit, have something short and sweet and straight to the point. So, if you did like this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share this content with someone who'd be interested, or just leave a comment. It really all helps. Until the next episode or until the next video, I hope to see you then. Bye for now.